So as a basic overview, I'm going to show you the steps which make up the recurve shot sequence. Now I've already got my tab on. You can do that on the waiting line before you're going to shoot. I'm attached to my bow, I've got my finger sling on. Again, you can do that at the waiting line. As long as you leave your arrows in the quiver, you don't put your arrow in the bow. Now I've approached the shooting line, The shooting line represented here by the line on the floor. Stance and posture is the first thing, so making sure my feet are in the right position. Legs, pelvis, upper body, no leaning back or all that kind of stuff. Stance and posture is good. The second point is the set position, which is making sure the hands are on the string, the draw hand and the bow hand. The hands are in the right place. So draw hand, bow hand, correct place. Then I slightly lift the bow to continue into the set position here. And again, making sure that the hands are good. From that set position, I raise and slightly open the bow to my setup. So set, raise and open to setup, there. And the raising and opening is basically you're just drawing the bow slightly, but as you're drawing, you're just twisting and rotating the upper body to get your shoulders into a bit more of a line. We'll work on this in the technique sections. This is just an overview. From setup, you then draw the bow and come to anchor. So you draw, you move your hand to the neck and then up to the jaw. So here to neck, up to jaw, that's your anchor. Set up, draw, anchor, there. So you can see the difference there. From your anchor, you then feel like you're pulling your elbow, this elbow, feel like you're moving that around the body, and then that movement around the body will then lead into your expansion. So you come up to your anchor, you've positioned the string on your face, the string is on your nose, all that kind of thing, you're almost ready to shoot. Then, to begin the final part, is you expand, you pull effectively with this side, and to balance that you slightly push with the front side, and then that's your expansion, and then you release. The release is just a relaxation of the fingers only, just the fingers slightly, so that the string brushes through the fingers and then releases. You don't want to relax everything. You don't want to relax the entire body because that's going to collapse on the shot. So I'll show you again now. Stance and posture, set, set, set up, draw, anchor, then you expand, then you release and follow through. The release and follow through, you'll see the bow swinging, the hand goes back as the arrow goes to the target. So now I'll show you actually shooting. So I put my arrow in the bow, set, set, raise and set up, draw, anchor, expand, shoot. Like that. And you heard there was a click. That was the click of my clicker, which was indicating the arrow had gone past the click. Now I've set this a bit earlier on purpose because I know I'm going to be demonstrating. I don't want to be struggling through the clicker, so it's going to click a bit early here. Ignore that for now. The key thing here are the stages of the shot, and I've simplified it a little bit. So I've taken out a little few bits that aren't important right now because they're going to be too complicated to learn at the kind of outset. But the key points are making sure the stance and posture, setting the hands, coming up, coming to set up, and then drawing, then anchor is really, really key, and then expanding with this side, and then when you release, allowing the bow to roll like you saw there, and the release just comes back naturally here. There was no kind of outward movement, no big relaxing of the, the whole body and the hand coming out, and we'll go through that now in the technique sections. So that was an overview. Now let's look at each individual section.